Hey everybody, I'm Jess.
Harrison.
We're here at Lucky Vines in Dublin, and we're on a quest right now to improve our soil for our vineyard. And one of the things I'm going to do is make a soil aerator out of this old barrel. I went down today and I bought these spindles and hubs, and we actually assembled them and we packed them with grease so that they're ready to go. And we've got a plan for finishing this out, so we'll take some more video and show you guys how it turns out.
All right.
We going?
Yeah.
So we got a metal bit or a metal blade on my skill saw. This is going to be loud. Hearing protection and non-OSHA approved eye protection.
Okay.
Now I'm going to cut a hole in this barrel. Dead battery. Okay, well, we had to improvise. My hole saw was too dull, so we're going to plasma cut it. This is going to be bright. Okay. So we decided to go ahead and cut some holes in the bottom of this extra piece from the top of the barrel because we're going to make a planter out of it. Now, this is an old piece of just flat metal that I found laying around here in the farm. And I'm going to have them cut it into two pieces, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with that.
Oh.
All right. So now we got our hole in the bottom of the barrel. I put my first hub down inside of a cinder block. And that way it's going to stay. Is it level here, buddy?
Not really.
Well, then put it something, kick it around, scooch it back and forth where it's level. Okay. Good job.
Good job, buddy.
Good job. All right, that looks level enough. Don't get carried away now. Okay, now, and then I used a paddle bit to cut a hole in this 1x, and that will sit down flat on there. And now we take the barrel, we turn it right side up. We're going to take this piece,
We block it up.
and we're going to weld it to this. But we're also going to knock some holes out inside here and put our railroad spikes or some other equivalent piece that's going to make my aeration tool. So more as we go along later. Yeah. So now we've laid out our marks on here where we're going to actually put the spikes through the aerator. Those will be the aeration spikes. And FYI, this barrel is sharp, so I actually picked it up to move it. Suffered an injury here on the farm. Happens all the time. So we're basically cutting all the holes for the spikes. Harrison's cutting them.
Way wide.
I'm checking them. Well, you get the idea. Okay, so we got all these spikes sticking through, and underneath there is the hub, which is coming straight through the center And then on top of that hub, we slid a plate down, welded it around, and then welded some other reinforcements around to it. And this is just for the concrete to grab a hold of. And then of course, all of these railroad spikes that I procured from my son's grandfather, who, God bless him, he's passed now, but he worked for Santa Fe Railroad for 40 years, and he had a bunch of these laying around. These are old and, you know, not good for anything. They were just laying out in the pasture. But they're still really strong. And we're gonna now fill this up with concrete, and then the top side of it will mirror the bottom side. Now that it's perfect, Garrison's gonna sit here and keep farting around with it until until he probably knocks it off the brick. But took 9 bags of concrete, 80-pound bags.
This is gonna work
and basically the axle is welded to some plates and stuff that are buried in the concrete to kind of reinforce, so that axle won't pop out. There's even some hog panel in there, right?
Yeah. Little extra reinforcement.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a cap, so it doesn't just come out crumbling. It'll hold together.
I'll probably let that cure for 2 or 3 days before I do much with it. I'm anxious to see what'll happen. I think it's gonna work. Good job. And we got a planter. All right. So now we've laid out a couple of arms. It's pretty thick stuff though. Plate steel that we had left over from some previous project. And he's gonna plasma cut those out, and then these will go over the hubs on each side of the aerator, bolt down, and we're going to put a pipe running across the top that we'll use as a drawbar for it. So, more to come. All right, folks, here it is. Finished product. Hubs. And we're going to go give it a try. Going to drag it along with an excavator. Two days work. Probably less than $300 in it total. We'll see what happens.